Hey, fellow stock guardians, happy Friday, July 30th, 2021. I'm Hoda, Stockcard CEO, reporting to you from a red stock market. I looked at today's red market in contrast to the indice's great 6 months winning streak. I also dug into a couple of earnings reports by Atlassian and Pinterest that affected share prices greatly. Let's get started. The market indices ended the day in the red. Despite the day ending in the red, this month marks a 6 months streak of positive growth in all three indices. While the new COVID Delta variant and inflation worries create challenges, investors are pushing the markets further. The GDP report released yesterday wasn't quite as good as hoped, but the 6.5% growth is still a great sign for the economy, and the market surely reflects that. Before we dive into the two earnings reports today, let me thank you for being a stock guardian, watching, reading, and listening to the daily roll episodes, and using the Stockcard platform in your research are the highlights of our company's success. Thank you for being a stock guardian. If you aren't a stock guardian yet, I'd like to invite you to try it now. First, hit the like button and subscribe to the show, and then create a free account on stockguard.io. Thank you for becoming a new stock guardian. Software company Atlassian, ticker TEAM, found itself on a Stockcard's list of winners today, and its share prices rocketed up over 20% by the close. Atlassian provides management and collaboration software and earns revenue from its subscriptions and IT services. The earnings report shows a 30% increase in revenue year over year and a subscription revenue growth of 50% year over year. The cloud revenue was up 57% thanks to the migration of more than 1,000 users in Q4 alone. In the past, investors weren't confident that cloud migration could happen as fast. That's why today's results are well received by the market. Topping a good performance with a good forecast, management expects to see continuous growth in subscription revenue, the main source of income for Atlassian, at roughly 40% each year. If you click on Atlassian's operations on its stock card, you'll see despite being unprofitable, it's a free cash flow generating company. The stock was already overvalued, and this price jump makes it even more expensive. That's typically the price you pay for good companies. However, I would wait for the earnings excitement to calm down before buying any shares. On the loser side, Pinterest, ticker PINS, landed on a Stockcard's losers list. The stock is down 18% today. The image sharing and social media service reported its 2021 Q2 earnings yesterday with a 125% growth in revenue and a 9% growth in monthly active users globally year over year. It's the monthly active users, MAU, that didn't sit right with investors though. The company may have seen growth year over year, but MAU is down 7% compared to last month. It's not surprising, however, to see the decline. Pinterest had an excellent uptake during the pandemic, and now things are settling down. This is the lowest the stock has been since late May. Is this a buy the dip opportunity? Looking at the company's stock card, Pinterest has a decent future ahead of it. When it comes to growth, it is benefiting from a growing market. Sales have been doing great too, but the one glaring problem is the company's profitability, as you would expect from growth companies. Like Atlassian, however, it's a free cash flow generating stock that you can buy at a lower price today. If you look at the reasons I had for having the stock on my 2021 watch list by visiting the 2021 watch list, you'd see that my wish has come true. I've had it on my watch list for its flexibility to adapt new business models, including the partnership with Shopify. The stock is a part of my high conviction to greener watch list that I have been monitoring for a chance to invest when the stock gets beaten down, potentially around the earnings report day. Today's price drop brings my watch list wish to reality. All right, let's wrap up the week once again by stopping by Paul Essen's portfolio. You can find it on Stock Cards, the Stock Picks page. Paul and his Freedom Portfolio are the featured investor and partner of the week. He is one of the best long-term investors I like to follow on Stock Card. He and I had a chat about his investment strategy earlier this week. I'll leave a link to that conversation in the show notes. For your weekend watching and listening, drop by Paul's Freedom Portfolio and follow him to get notified of his buy and sells. That's it for today. If you haven't already done so, please give Stock Card a try, research as many stocks and ETFs as you want, and consider following a few successful investors like Paul by visiting the Stock Picks page on Stock Card platform. Don't forget to sign up for a 14-day free trial with promo code ROLLWITHRCEO, all lowercase and in one word. Like, subscribe, and share these daily market recap reports with your friends and fellow investors. Come back next week for another episode. I'll see you then.